Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to hit the like button if you like these simulations. This one's the Miami Hurricanes against the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm using the 2020 rosters for both teams. I'm excited to see how this goes. I've got a new format for this game. I'm hoping it works out for you. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any other simulations or any other videos covering the Miami Hurricanes. So the new format, I've done different ones. I've done the quarters. I gave you guys a sneak peek there. I broke one up, did a full game. This one against Alabama and Miami is first 1 to 10 points. However it happens, whether it's a touchdown and a field goal, 4 field goals, you throw a safety in there, 2-point conversion off a touchdown. Any way it happens, as soon as a team gets 10 points, we'll cut it off. And that gives you guys, again, a look at the 2020 teams. It also gives you a little bit of a competitive advantage or a competitive spirit with this game as you're watching it. And it's also, even though these two teams are not on the schedule for this year, they are scheduled to meet for the 2021 season opener. So a lot of the same players will be there for that matchup. So it's giving you guys a look at that. But obviously there's going to be a lot of new faces as well. So here we go. This is the big news for Alabama this season. New quarterback, Mac Jones, looking to be the guy. Miami's defense, obviously, is looking to be strong, trying to bounce back from that difficult season a year ago. The strong defensive line, particularly the ends, will kind of dictate the defense there. And Miami's secondary has its hand full today, with Devontae Smith, John Mechie, Jalen Waddle. Alabama has certainly some weapons. And obviously Harris at running back. And then Jones firing it here. Whoa, first play of the game. That's an interception, it looks like. Zach McLeod, middle linebacker for the Hurricanes. That's a good start for Miami. Again, it's just first to 10 points. You've got to get some stops. You've got to get scores. That's good for Miami. Alabama obviously had the advantage with getting the ball first. Nice play by McLeod there. And McLeod, again, you guys know his story. He's coming off that redshirt season, saving it so he could come back for his senior year again. So, yeah, Miami's got a great opportunity here to take the early lead. And obviously Alabama's got a very good team again. You're expecting big things out of them. Obviously, you have the new quarterback and some new faces, but again, just a really good team once again. So this is good for Miami. This is a good start. Miami in the All Blacks, the Miami Knights uniforms. And Cam Harris for Miami is the running back. He gets that first carry. So, again, this is good for De'Aaron King right here. Big challenge against the Alabama defense. They've got some South Florida guys you guys might have remembered during the recruiting process, whether it's Job or Surtain, Dana Wright. So they've got some guys that you definitely remember. That's a huge play by Mark Pope. Miami's on the move. And when I was looking at the overall ratings for these teams, they were very similar. So definitely this is a game, at least in this simulation, obviously, with that, where Alabama's at as a program, it's a lot different than where Miami's at right now. But again, this is mainly just to give you guys a look at the players in uniform. Two teams going at it. Again, maybe they face each other this year in a bowl game or something like that. But again, they're not on the schedule. And it's really just to give you guys a look at two teams with good fan bases there. So there's Miami got first and goal from the 10. It's Ben Davis there, number 1. It's a good tackle for him. Certainly a lot of linebackers for Alabama to choose from. They saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. Again, a good look at the Miami uniforms here. These were nice. I think these are some of the favorites. I think, oh, that's a big play. The Alabama defense. Branch, the freshman safety. I had to make sure he got in the game. Obviously one of the top safeties in the country last year as a recruit. He's coming down on the blitz there. That's a tough play for the Hurricanes. They're going to have to bounce back from that. Again, 10 points, so getting that early lead, there's Dylan Moses, but even getting that early lead, they've definitely got to get a field goal out of this. So 3rd and goal. They got 4 receivers out there. Jordan was one of them. Got to get rid of it. Oh, that's an interception. Both teams trading interceptions. There's Sertan. Talked about him a second ago, but yeah, both teams. Did he get his feet in bounds? I think that'll be the question.
To never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead,
oh yeah, clearly feet in bounds. That's tough for Miami again, but look at that. That's a nice close-up view. Dragging the foot, got both of them in. Didn't need both, but so that's it. Obviously an entertaining start for both teams. Interceptions on the first drive. Miami had the first opportunity for a score. Getting down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, but couldn't come up with points. So here we go. We're going to keep this thing going. Again, 1st to 10 points. Drop in the comments if you like this format. I know some of you want to see the whole game, but this is a way to give you just, again, a sneak peek of teams that aren't scheduled to face each other. And that's definitely going to have to be the way Miami stops Harris. Really good back. They're going to need multiple guys in on tackles. So also, drop in the comments. We've seen other teams, whether it's Georgia, LSU, North Carolina, Michigan, with these other simulations. So here's Alabama, obviously. Drop in the comments what team do you want to see next. Obviously, Florida and Florida State. I haven't forgot about them. But looking right now, kind of just curious about these other teams that Miami doesn't see very often. We did a whole article on InsideTheU.com about 11 programs that would be, fun, interesting, entertaining matchups for Miami in terms of the programs, not necessarily in particular with where the teams are at, but just high-profile matchups. These teams, I think that's one thing that you kind of learn when you're doing that article there. Miami hadn't faced Georgia since 1966. These teams, these high-profile teams in college football, sometimes it's years before they face each other.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there.
And obviously Miami's going to have, it's got a lot of work to do to come out, with the season they're coming off of, with where Alabama's at as a program, for when these two teams face each other in 2021.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones off the bootleg.
Oh, that's a big pass play. So Alabama's on the move. They're looking, maybe they're going to be the first team to score here. Again, these teams haven't played each other since 1993. So, again, two programs that haven't played each other in a long time. And even before that, so they played in 90, so 2 back-to-back, and then before that it was 79. So it has been some time. Twice in the last 40-plus years. So
after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
Good run by Harris, but Miami closed in on him. That could have been a longer gain for sure.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
So Miami's going to need to put the clamps down right here. I am curious to see how this, neither team knows they're going to 10 points, but the strategies involved with it. And who knows, maybe we go all 4 quarters. Maybe it's just a tight defensive battle. Offensive line, a lot of guys coming back for Alabama. That's going to help ease the pressure with the quarterback situation for sure. Carter in on the... Oh, that's 2 good plays by Miami's defense. So Carter on the blitz there, gets to the quarterback, and then McLeod in on the tackle. in the pass breakup. So
They established the tone.
good burst by both players.
Physical. They can
Again, Amari Carter's a guy that's played a lot of
the rest
football
the offense to feel confident.
for Miami. A lot of experience coming back there in the secondary. I would imagine they're going to have some sort of three-man rotation with Bubba Bolden, a junior, and Gervin Hall, a junior, and then Carter, the senior. I think they'll kind of rotate them. I'd be surprised if Miami went with just two safeties. They've just not done that a lot. In recent years, they've essentially had more of a rotation with guys.
Very strong gain of 24.
And let's face it,
Personally, I'd like to see Hall and
not a surprise, is it?
Bolden. I've talked a lot about that in the offseason. I think those are the two, and I'd go ahead and play them the majority of the snaps. Again, all the reports coming out, and talk to sources and things like that, but just
Exactly right. And what's really
everything sounds good with Bubba Bolden coming back from an injury.
so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch. A lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial.
Recently had a birthday, so I know he's excited about just kind of moving forward and getting ready for a big year for him. So 1st and goal, again, at the 7. So both teams inside the red zone here in the first quarter.
Off the bootleg. Jones.
Oh, that's a tough play to go against there. They stack the line and then they hit their
7-yard touchdown.
tight end right there. So Alabama taking the early lead.
Strike first here in this opening quarter.
So Miami's definitely going to need to respond. But the way it works, even a field goal, they'll be fine. Field goal or touchdown, but definitely need a score here
So obviously
on an
it's
ensuing
confidence
possession.
lost, and that's a good thing to see.
And then
Great
you're
quality
going to need a
and
stop.
he
So
absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's got
And
it
again,
to
this
make it
game's at Hard Rock Stadium. These two teams are slated to play in Atlanta. But again, just a look at Hard Rock Stadium. I think it looks great with these graphics.
It's a Bears touchdown.
I think both teams in their uniforms look good too. And the Miami, again, with those Miami Knights uniforms. And if there's other uniform, I tend to ask questions because I'm curious what you guys want to see. And it felt like the Miami Knights uniforms. You guys are big fans of those. With the black helmets and instead of the traditional whites. Obviously with the orange and green trim. There's Jalen Knighton back there. Freshman running back out of Deerfield Beach.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I think he'd be a good option at kick returner this year.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
So here we go. Miami moved the ball a little bit that on that drive.
Back out onto the field. And there are parts
And then
of the
just got
last
that.
drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending. The
Got stuff there inside the red zone and threw the interception. So here Miami's looking to bounce back. Again, De'Aaron King.
Matters is part two, right?
A lot of reason to be excited if you're a Miami fan.
Finish off the drive. That does him no
Highly
good.
productive player at the college level.
Finish things off.
He's done it against big time teams. There shouldn't be any sort of, growing pains or transition period with him stepping up to a Power 5 conference team.
at the 35, gain of 7.
Just the production's there. He's done it multiple years.
Get at least 2 first downs.
Everything he's done as a receiver, returning a kick for a touchdown, all those things,
7 on that first
you have to
down
give him a lot of
pass
credit
play.
for.
2nd and 3.
And again, he's done it before. So there's Knighton again, number 4.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I think, Miami's going to start with Cameron Harris.
Will set up 3rd down.
That's kind of a lead back, but I think they're definitely looking for a guy, a number 2 guy, to step up, whether it's either Jalen Knighton there, Don Chaney Jr., speaking of him, he posted he's expecting to be full strength by preseason practices.
You control the rest of the ball game, and that's
And then maybe Robert Burns gets in there. And I think that they're going to go with the lead back, or they're going to split. I think they'd like to have a number 2 because that's what they've been doing in recent years. They like to have that number 2 guy that they can go to in games and be productive. There's Mark Pope again. Looked like a first down. Yeah, he's signaling first down, so they got it. That was really close.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
There's another one of Alabama's linebackers there.
Because number one, you throw the short game until they stop it, and if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger
Obviously,
game.
Dylan Moses there, 32.
Start to pressure receivers.
Just a lot of good players on both sides of the ball for Alabama.
Some of those big shots downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Another strong pass by De'Eric. He's bouncing back from that interception. That's what you like to see. 5 for 6. Only incompletion was that pick. Brevin Jordan getting involved now.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They didn't get it off. So there we go. So we got a quarter in. We're still, again, going to keep this thing going until it hits 10 points. Another look at Hard Rock Stadium. I know most of you are itching to get back to the stadium as quickly as possible. Hopefully everyone just stays patient with the process. So Miami's inside Alabama territory again. The play action pass. Oh, De'Eric stopped short. That was a nice run. That's what you like to see with him. Just that dual threat ability.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's on the move again. A nice juke move there. Gets the first down. That's good for Miami. That's what they needed. Again, they've got to respond. They've got to get a score of some sort. Keep this thing going.
He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive,
Not a whole lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that.
But just a 1-yard gain. He didn't miss much. Now Miami's still on the move there. Getting the ball out to Brevin Jordan. Keeping this thing going. Those 3rd and 3 at the 24-yard line. You'd like to see some sort of, you might see some sort of play action pass again, maybe some sort of read.
I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong.
So he went ahead and handed the ball off. So he got stuffed there. Cameron Harris unable to get the first down. I assume Miami's going to line up for a field goal here. Jose Borregales, the FIU transfer, is likely to come on there. Just couldn't get enough openings there on that left side. And Miami's offensive line is going to be one to certainly pay attention to in terms of you got guys coming back. However, they got shuffled around in the spring, so you're not sure exactly where they're going to line up for the season.
So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit.
Whether it's left or right side, guard or tackle. So Borregales drills the field goal. That's what Miami needed. So 7-3, essentially next score wins. Obviously, Miami needs a touchdown. They're gonna need a stop here to keep the game going. Again, I have no idea how long this game's gonna go. Maybe we're gonna go 3rd quarter. Maybe we're gonna go into the 4th. And if you guys like this format, let me know. Again, the idea is just to give you some competitive stuff, but also keep it short and quick and things like that.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
But I am curious about Miami's offensive line, what they're going to do there.
Not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the
They've got some options. Navon Donaldson has to come back healthy. And if he's healthy, you figure he's got a spot. Otherwise, they'll have some options.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end
with Zion Nelson, John Campbell impressed in the spring. G.J. Scaife can play guard or tackle.
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
You know, they have options. New offensive line coach is one of the reasons why, or the main reason why you're seeing guys shuffle around. Making sure they got the right 5 in there. But this is all about Miami's defense, so that's just a tough play right there on first down. Carl Tucker, the North Carolina grad transfer, with a huge play. Because now it doesn't take much to get a field goal here.
You keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here's the defense getting hyped up there. But yeah, Carl Tucker, obviously a productive player for the Tar Heels. Makes the move to Alabama. Makes a big catch against Miami. They're at the 48 there.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield.
Probably figured they got to get down to like the 30 or so for field goal range. Oh, what a great defensive play. Jalen Phillips, 95, closes in on him from the backside, and safety Gervin Hall in on the tackle. Looked like Jones was ready to get rid of it, but Miami got to him just in time.
Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it.
And 26, that's Trey Sanders. I think, look at Jalen Phillips on that Superman tackle. Those are the defensive plays Miami's going to need to stay in this game. If they're going to pull this one out, get to 10 points, or maybe they get a defensive touchdown. That would be huge. That's a huge defensive stop. My goodness. 3rd and 16. That's what the Miami defense needed. Zach McLeod, another big play. 3rd and 16. Miami's definitely going to bring in more DBs to get ready for this. They'll be curious to see if they go with the blitz package. Try to put some pressure on Jones. So they got 4 down linemen. Alabama's coming with 4 receivers. Unless one of them is a tight end, but regardless, certainly passing the ball right over the middle. That is not what Miami needed. That's Bolden on the catch. Looked like 52 Joyner on the tackle, but such a huge play for Alabama. That's such a gut punch for Miami. Two really strong plays on that drive on defense for Miami, and then that big 3rd down. They've got to get off the field. So here we go. Again, it's going to be 1st and 10, and they're going to need big plays again. Rousseau, you'd like to see him get in there. Number 15 right there on the end. Another pass play there. Harris close to a 1st down. They're close to field goal range. It's not looking good for Miami. They're going to need a big defensive play right here. They're going to need a turnover, a sack, something. They're going to need something right here. If you guys are still here, definitely appreciate your support. Keep watching this. Keep supporting on the Hurricanes. Again, drop in the comments what simulation, what team do you want to see next? You've seen a bunch of them. What team would you like to see? A lot of people wanted to see this one. A lot of people wanted to see Alabama. Here it is.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 35. Miami definitely needs a big play here on defense. 2nd and 3. Cannot let him get a 1st down. Oh, he's rolling out. This has to be. Oh my goodness, what a disappointment. My goodness. 22 yards on the catch. Now they're definitely in field goal range. It feels like it's over. Again, Miami has to come up with some sort of big play. Again, the reason why I'm saying that, if you're jumping on late here, is because we're only going to 10 points. 1st to 10 points wins. We'll shut it down after that. Alabama with a 7-3 lead. Excited to see what happens. But Miami definitely needs a big play on defense.
He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the red zone now.
They got to get in there. Oh, there it is. Oh, my goodness. Al Blades Jr., that was the play. That was the pick 6 possibility. The ball gets tipped. He's got to come down with that. He's got to go like 90 yards to get into the end zone. That would have won it for Miami. He has no idea the rules. We didn't tell either team what the rules were before the game, but that was it. That could have won it. Maybe they can do it again, but that would have done it. And they're just making passes here. Mac Jones 10 for 13, solid day for him. Spreading the ball out. You're seeing them go to the tight ends quite a bit. A lot of offensive talent. So 3rd and 4, Miami again needs a turnover of some sort. Definitely needs to force a field goal. Oh my goodness. Smith was just wide open. Disappointing for Miami. So Alabama got the win. Again, we're only going to 10 points, so Alabama gets the touchdown there for 13-3. And if you guys like this format, let me know. And if you don't, let me know that too. That's fine. We'll figure something out. I'm listening to your guys' comments. Just want to try and mix things up. I thought the 10-point thing was a pretty cool idea. Keeps everybody locked in. Disappointing for Miami, but who knows? Played the whole game, maybe they would have came back. Or maybe Alabama would stretch the lead. But regardless, I'm glad you watched it. Thank you so much for all your coverage of the Miami Hurricanes. Visit InsideTheU.com, and you can find me on Twitter @InsideTheU. Thanks again for watching.